guys, and welcome back to my Ultimate Zodiac Showdown series. So we have done the water signs, the earth signs, and the fire signs within the series so far. They have been completed. So if you have not seen any of those videos yet, then please be sure to check those out. But now we're on to the air signs. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Libra versus Aquarius. I am going to be discussing the core differences between these two signs, followed by the compatibility whenever they are in a relationship. So looking at love, looking at sex, and looking at anger. Feel free to comment down below the key differences that you happen to see between these signs, and also be sure to share any experiences that you've had with either of them as well. Libra and Aquarius are both air signs. So here we have the element of air, the very substance that we breathe through our lungs so that we can really live on this planet. It's the element of air, in fact, that is the least tangible out of all the elements. Air, where is it exactly? Do we see air? Do we physically see it with the naked eye? Sure, you can see the effects of air, you know, whenever the wind is going against a tree and you can see the tree just going way back, bending over, but you can't physically see it. Furthermore, with the element of air, it's the only element within the elements that doesn't have an animal representing it. And this really suggests that it's the element of air that represents man, because it is man that has the ability to evaluate situations, to think about different values and concepts and morals. Therefore, it's the logic and the reasoning of man that resulted in the naming of things, of explaining things, of being able to say to somebody else, well, can you meet me at 8 AM at the coffee shop across the street from the pharmacy? That's a lot of words for one instruction, isn't it? Therefore, it's the air signs that represent thought, they represent logic, reason, and rationale. And air also is all about communication and communicating those very concepts and ideas and morals and values to other people. This is why the air signs are forever discussing new ideas and really bouncing them off one another. Also why air is a great deal to do with relationships, because it's communication that really helps us to form relationships with other people. It's to do with all types and all forms of communicating, resulting in us being able to relate to other people, to say, oh, I really like this, and have somebody else say, oh my gosh, I like that as well, let's be best friends. But just like we can't physically see air, we can't physically see thoughts either, nor can we physically see words, but you can see the effects of the thoughts and the words, just like we can see the effects of air. However, guys, when it does come to communicating and to explaining how we feel to other people, well, that's when things get very interesting. It's all well and good to sit with someone and have a mentally stimulating conversation about the new book that you've been reading, but thinking about how you feel, this can set the air signs' mind in a loop. Round and round they go. See, they want to be able to understand how they feel. So what they will do is they will think about why they think what they feel. Basically, they want to understand everything. There has to be some sort of explanation, some sort of thought out process of, this is how I feel because X, Y, and Z. This is my understanding of it, right? I understand this, now I can sort of move on to the next thing. And this is also why so many air signs repress their emotions. They tend to repress their emotions because they think, well, I can't understand it. And what this does actually is this results in the air signs being a lot more sensitive than they and other people may think. Ultimately, guys, below that cool, breezy wit and intellect is actually a person who possesses much emotional depth. An emotional depth that I personally think that water signs can really bring out of the air signs. Here we have the sign of one-on-one relationships, being Libra, and the sign of the collective being Aquarius. Now, whilst Libra is busy charming other people's socks off with their charm, with their intelligence, and their admiration for beauty, they're usually on other people's good side because of their ability to sort of agree with them without actually agreeing. Aquarius, on the other hand, comes along and expresses themselves in such a way that leaves other people in a daze. Because whilst the Aquarius will proclaim their strong ideals about humanity, so they'll have these deep concerns about the future of the planet, they'll get all worked up about veganism and about conspiracies and about the new social movement. But yeah, when it comes to the one-on-one relationships, they might even have Libra looking at them and thinking, Aquarius, what? I don't get it. You were so passionate and into all of these huge things, but when it comes to one-on-one relationships, you don't quite seem to have it figured out. Therefore, a major difference right off the bat here between these signs is that Libra is much more personal and romantic and is more inclined to seek a partner, whilst Aquarius is more independent and dislikes all forms of neediness and dependency. It's the Aquarius that is highly free-spirited and independent, and they never like to attach themselves to anything for too long. So they're very good at keeping a distance, but at the same time still very good at helping others out of a difficult situation. I think really with Aquarius here, right, it's that Uranian energy. Uranus is sudden changes, so it's like the Aquarius will come in suddenly and will, you know, be all excited and be into something and be communicative with another person, but then there is this sudden click, a sudden switch of, I gotta get out of here, I need to be on my own, you know, I gotta keep my distance. So it's that there is a switch that wants to be on its own, but then wants to be around other people. Just wants to be on its own, and then wants to be around other people. I actually do want to use one of my own experiences with these key differences, because I was friends with a Libra for many years. Growing up, I did have a few really great friends, a few of them, and I would have a great friend over here, a great friend over there, a great friend over there, so they were all in these like different little pots, if you will, and I like to bring them all together, right? Togetherness, collective, Aquarius. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that I wasn't good at doing like one-on-one stuff. It's just that I did prefer bringing everyone in a nice group. And when it came to me returning from my year abroad in Australia and America, I called up my Libra friend, I called up my Scorpio friend, I called up my Virgo friend, my Aquarius friend, and my Pisces friend, and I wanted us to all come together and have a good lunch, be like, yay, hi guys, it's good to see you all. But my Libra friend was not very happy about this. She proclaimed that that was me trying to get everybody stuffed in together into one setting so I didn't have to do a one-on-one thing with everybody else. And that's not my intention. And I think that this is the difficulty with Aquarius. It's that we're good with one-on-one relationships. Okay? We're really good at that. But at the same time, we do like to connect this friend with that friend. Well, that's just my experience. I enjoy that. I enjoy the ones that I care about being in one room and getting on together. I love introducing friends to each other. I'll just introduce this one, and then they come together and they get on really well, and I just sit there like, yeah, this feels good. But with her, she definitely preferred the more sort of one-on-one, intimate, personal type of relationship. Now, that's not to say that she didn't have other friends, because she definitely did. She used to hang out with a group of girls from her work. But the funny thing is that would be her group. So she'd be friends with these girls in her work, about 4 of them, and I didn't know any of them. So she'd invite me along because I was seen as her best friend, right? Libras love best friends. It's like the best friend. So she would invite me along, and I'd come in, and as an Aquarius, kind of, you know, not very good, because the Aquarius needs to just kind of Aquarius needs to find their bearings. I think they need to feel like other people sort of get them, that they don't think that they're overly strange or weird, because that is definitely a common thing. What I also find quite interesting is that whilst both are about fairness and they will treat other people fairly, the way that fairness plays out differs. Fairness for Libra comes from their sense of harmony and balance, and they're concerned with social acceptance. They're very well mannered. They will have appropriate social behavior, and that's why so many Libras will make great lawyers, might be involved in politics. They'll stand up for particular movements. Fairness for Aquarius, it's more to do with equality for all. So I'm talking every human, every animal, every plant, every insect, every atom. Equality for all. Yet they forget to take into account that not everybody is as forward thinking as them. Aquarius isn't overly sensitive to the limitations of human nature. They want equality for all, and they want it now. They want it now, at this very minute. Their ideas basically for society are just much too far ahead of their time, and this is exactly why nobody can really understand them. Not even other Aquarians can understand them completely. But with Libras, I think they're much more sensitive to other people. I think that's why they tend to be liked by many. In fact, it's the Aquarius that likes to really rebel against any limitations placed on society. They have a much harder time conforming to things. They will live a life of fluctuating circumstances because of these constant erratic situations that Aquarius faces on a day-to-day basis. Nothing really shocks them. But yet, an idea or conversation or a painting that doesn't have the right colour will simply shock the Libra. So as Aquarius is getting worked up saying, MK Ultra, have you no idea? That's what Stranger Things is about. Hello? The Libra will just sit there with their painting in their hands and just, I can't get over the fact that this colour is all wrong. And as Aquarius is the inventor of new ideas, Libra is the architect who can really design the ideas in a very practical way. When it does really come to the relationships, Libra is certainly a lot more romantic, and romance isn't something that comes easy to the Aquarius. It's not to say though that they won't love another person, it's just that they don't place high demands in love. It's the undemanding friendship that is a true blessing for the Aquarius. And whilst it is more of a give and take within love for a Libra, it's just all over the place. Just all over the place for the Aquarius, really. There's no notion as to what is left and what is right and what is even in balance anymore. Alright, so now with all of the differences out of the way, let's now look at the compatibility between these two signs. So we're going to be looking at the compatibility whenever it comes to love, whenever it comes to sex, and whenever it comes to anger. We met through couch surfing, actually. I currently live in Berlin. I've been living here now for over 20 years. Berlin's perfect. I love the nightlife here, I love the people, I love the food. Now, I like to host travelers from around the world. Really show them a good time whenever they do visit. She contacts me and requests to stay for 4 nights. And we have hit it off right away. I could really tell there was something very different about her. Quite unique. Something I couldn't quite put my finger on. She's super friendly, super friendly, and she has such an outgoing personality, character to her. And I have to say, I admire that she was able to travel on her own. I'm not as confident, but she certainly inspired me to try it one day. So I show her around the city, I introduce her to my Italian friend Roberto, I introduce her to my Spanish friend Claudia. She's really great at communicating with others with such ease. And what really got me was her ability to come up with the most innovative ideas. We sat up one evening until 4 a.m. 4 a.m. just discussing patterns in letters in connection with relationships. I do enjoy talking about relationships with other people. It really felt like a perfect match, so it came to us departing and I said to her, will I see you again? I asked her, will you return? Will you return here? I want to see you again. At first, she wasn't very sure. But I did go to visit her in London 4 months later. Then she came back over here 5 months after that. She's fine with the distance, but yeah, when we are together, all of her attention really is here. And she has told me that this situation that we're in, it works for the best at the moment. Honestly, I wish we were together more. Sometimes I feel like she gives everybody else the world, but not me. It's gonna come to a time. It's gonna come to a time when I just come out with it and I ask her to move in with me. You know what? To hell with it. To hell with it. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm willing to give. I am willing to give in this relationship, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just ask her. She's probably one of the most stubborn women I've ever met. And I don't really overly understand it. See, she's so open. She's very open to discussing new topics and listening to new theories. Yet, at times, she will stick to her way of thinking. It's like the minute that I'm close to figuring her out, she rebels against me. I do sometimes think to myself, is she scared of me understanding her or getting too close? And why does she not want me to get so close? I've established that she just needs the freedom to figure things out. I'm willing to compromise. I'm willing to compromise and give her that space, provided that she meets me halfway. I think her anger really comes whenever she's told what to do by others. She hates it. She absolutely hates it. But instead of expressing how she feels about the situation to the other person, she'll just do something completely irrational and be left trying to justify why she got mad. She's probably the most experimental lover I've ever been with. Sometimes it feels like she's on another planet when we're together, and she happily tells me it feels like she is flying in outer space. And I tell her, well, let me join you in space. Can I do that? And she says, yes, come with me. But a lot that she does do within the bedroom, it shocks me. I don't ever see it coming. She tells me, really, that sex is whatever way that we want it to be. And I think what she means by that is us getting lost in our own worlds, right? But together. It's a little different to what I've experienced before, but I think the difference is what makes me more enriched by her. Whenever he came to visit me in London, I think that that's got to be one of my favourite memories. Whenever we are together, it's just like a party, and I love it. But I think what many people don't get about me is that I do desire a partner. I desire a lifelong partner, in fact. And I am extremely loyal and faithful whenever I am in a relationship. But at the same time, I do require my space. I require my freedom, and you know, these are just things that I really value in my life. I do really crave and desire connection though, but it's not this fairy tale connection that, you know, so many stories will go on about. For me, I just like it being set into whatever way it wants to be. If you think about it, right, marriage is a societal concept. It was created by man so that the legal forms could be signed. Money between the two is secure. It's all money, money, money. No. Love is not money. Love is not money. Love is not signing a contract to be with somebody. Love is being with another person because both parties want to be there freely. I don't think it should have to be a matter of being bounded by anything. And that's just it, because I believe that love is true and truth is love, and that's the point. Sorry, I just get really worked up over these things, you know? Just society trying to tell me, right? Trying to tell me how I should act in a relationship. Keep them at arm's length, they say, or no, don't do that. Wear your heart on your sleeve, they say. I mean, which one is it here? Like, what do people want from me? My brain just finds it all really hard to process. Just, that's too much. That's not to say that I will never get married though. It could potentially happen. It's just, I'm trying to make the point, love just is, right? You don't have to sign legal documents or have a ring on your finger in order to show that you love somebody. But I do know that whenever I look at him, right? Whenever I look at him, I see a really special human being. I see someone who is loving, who is kind and so giving, who is patient, who is considerate. Still, I can't deny it, he is my best friend and I do love him so, so much. Yeah, I would say that I get quite frustrated when he ends up just doing things for other people just so he can maintain a sense of harmony. You know, I do seek harmony as well, I do, but I still stand by what I think. But still, I accept these things about him. I guess one of us has to be able to compromise more, right? Yes, he definitely attracts many people. He attracts so many people. Yeah, he's a very well-liked guy. What's not to like about him? He's charming, he's good looking, he's smart, he's persuasive. He could sell you anything. He's happy with me. Even though we're doing this at a distance, he still chooses to speak with me and want to get to know me more, and that makes me feel really special. We don't really get into many arguments or fights so much. I think that's because we are good at talking things over, but he does sometimes go quiet when he senses a situation that he doesn't want to get involved in. I'd say that he is a lot more conservative than I am, but at the same time he does enjoy role plays. Lucky for him, so do I. But I think I can get extra freaky. I can get extra freaky with it though. He does make me feel just like the entire universe is centered on me when we are together, and you know, I do notice these things. I notice these things, but really for me, his mind is just something I can't resist. Both his heart and his mind are just so fascinating and beautiful to me. Okay guys, so that concludes my video on Libra versus Aquarius. Thank you kindly to my current subscribers for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. And furthermore, if you would like to see more videos from me, then go ahead and click the subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!